What's happening, people? We are Timo, husband and wife duo. And tonight we are talking about before you say I do, waiting for that special someone.
Yeah.
So here we have it, people. Kicking it off with point number one, which is over to you.
Well, that's a viewpoint. Some of them are going to be questions that we're asking to answer. And then some of them are like viewpoints. So this is a viewpoint. Basically, know what you want and don't settle for less. You know, this is the rest of your life we're talking about, you know. So make it more about just focusing on the inner beauty of that person. Do you see what I mean? The character of the person, you know, whether they're kind, generous, you know how to have fun. Yes, you do need to be attracted to them, don't get me wrong, because, you know, you definitely do need to have that attraction, and, you know, they need to have a good appearance, look after themselves. You see what I mean? But make it more about their character. Do you see what I mean? Because that is what you're going to live with for the rest of your life.
For sure.
After a while, you kind of get past, oh, he looks good, he looks this, he looks that, you know. And then you're like, but does he treat me like this? Does he treat me? You see what I mean? And that's what kind of stands out to you. Look at also how he treats people, how that person treats people. You will kind of gauge, you know, whether or not you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. You know, and obviously that's once you meet the person, you know. So basically know what you want and don't settle for less. You got any more pointers on that?
Yeah, what can I say here? Basically, if you're going to choose a person as a life partner, you really have to choose very, very wisely.
Yeah.
Just like what Jackie O said, don't just make it about the outer appearance, and also don't base your choices on this is just word of advice.
Yeah.
Don't make your choices just based on materialism.
Yeah.
If your choice of partner is based on materialistic things like money, that person could lose everything tomorrow. Then what happens?
That's very true.
What's the big why? Is that it? You know, your foundation should be set on solid stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, just like Jackie said, the inner beauty, the inner person.
Yeah, that inner person.
Are they supportive?
So key.
Are they loving? Are they caring? Are they considerate? Are they able to forgive you if you make mistakes? Are they is that person the kind of person that will hold a grudge forever?
Yeah, so these are things you need to be thinking about, you know, even before you meet the person, you see. So yeah, have all of that in mind, you know.
Remember, it's all about your happiness, so be true to yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So the next
point is
yeah, that's a viewpoint as well. It's focusing on yourself, on making yourself better. You know, in the meantime, as you're waiting on that special someone, focus on improving yourself spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially. Basically, prepare yourself, you know, prepare yourself for that person. Have something to put on the table, you know. Don't get caught up in what you don't have. Do you see what I mean? Focus on what you do have, as in all the other areas. You know, you may not have that someone right now, but I'm sure there's another area in your life that's going pretty well. It could be your career, it could be something. Do you see what I mean? And be grateful for that. Do you see what I mean? As you prepare yourself for that special someone. Do you see what I mean? So, and marriage, you know, comes with its own challenges. So, you know, you just kind of need to know that, you know what, I'm good where I am for now. And I'm focusing on what's to come.
Yeah.
And obviously, everything has its own challenges, but be happy, basically. Be happy where you're at.
I agree, totally.
Yeah. And the third one?
I think we are still going back on that.
Oh, you wanna?
I just want to
Yeah,
add a
that's
few
fine.
more
You wanna
things.
add something?
Add something to it. I would say here, travel light. All right,
Yeah.
let me explain what this is. Basically, traveling light means moving with less luggage. When I say less luggage,
Yeah.
this is pretty much based in the emotional area.
Yeah.
Now, before you meet that special someone, you want to know that you're able to accommodate them,
Yeah.
as they will be able to accommodate you emotionally, physically, in all areas.
Yeah.
Now, emotionally, if you're the kind of person that has a lot of I'll use a nice word, luggage, in terms of you've had things that have happened to you in the past, and so you've got scars. You got emotional scars. If those scars are causing you to act a certain way, I would say deal with them before that person comes, because those things might drive that person away. Now, you might turn around to me and say, well, I ain't got nothing. I'm fine. I'm good. And if that person comes along, they're just going to have to accept me the way how I am. Okay, cool. Here's my question to you. If you were in that person's shoes, would you go with you?
Yeah. Would
Just
you date,
as
would you
you
date
are?
you?
Would you date you?
Basically.
Be honest, because we all have to be honest. And if you lie to yourself, you are doing yourself more harm than good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put it this way. I'm going to give you a little example. I had to deal with certain things before my missus came along. Straight as. One of the things I had to deal with is learning how to commit. I could not commit to a lot of things. Yeah? So therefore, I had to deal with that. Learning how to deal with commitment. You know, start committing with things on smaller scales, then turn them into larger scales. The biggest scale is dealing with marriage. Right. Another thing was, I was a very, very angry person. I had to learn how to deal with that. Find the ways in which you can use to offload those luggages.
The emotional state that you're in, basically.
Simple as.
Deal with a couple of things there, you know. We all do. We all have all these, you know, nigglies emotionally that you need to deal with. Just what I mean. So, yeah.
And maybe your friends can even tell you.
Yeah.
True friends.
True friends. So the third thing is a question. Third point is a question. How do you deal with the feeling of being alone right now?
Is that question, do I answer it or do you kick it off?
Well, either way, I can start. You can start.
Ladies first.
Alrighty. Right. So what I would say is how you deal with the feeling of being alone right now is really channel that feeling to where love is. And by that I mean spend time with the people that value you, friends that value you, family that value you, people that really know you. Just what I mean. Personally, like I said, I believe in God, so I spent time praying for my husbands in those moments. For my husband, I said husbands. Just one.
There's one.
My husband in that moment, and to be honest, I'm not gonna say it was that easy. But what's the alternative? The alternative is to channel that love in a negative way and maybe seek sex somewhere else, or try and find love somewhere else, and you will end up regretting it. Just what I mean. If you just kind of make that split decision to just do whatever you want, you will probably end up regretting it. More than likely, you'll end up regretting it. So channel that love where, people will value you, will value your time, will value, spending time with you and you receiving from them, basically. And pray for your husband, because it will happen. Yeah.
Very well said.
Yeah. What do you want to say about that?
Well, based on your question, I would say time alone. Yeah. Make your singlehood, shall I say, your singlehood, your singlehood period worthwhile. Get to know yourself.
Yeah, that's so
Find
important.
yourself in this period.
Yeah, it's important.
This is the best time to know what you're about, who you are, what you can put up with, the kind of person you can tolerate, what you want in life. These are all important questions you need to ask yourself. So this time alone is time well spent.
It is.
For me, before I met Jackie, I spent 5 years on my own in terms of getting to know me. I was traveling around the world, doing different things, finding out what I was about. you know, what makes me tick, what I don't like. I changed over the period. So there's certain things I won't put up with, certain things I won't tolerate, certain things I accommodate, certain things I welcome. Find out about you and get to know what the core of yourself is. Yep, I would say that.
All right, so next one is like a viewpoint from the other end. My family are on my case to get married. They're on my case. They want me to get married. Saying I'm getting on. My body clock is ticking. That's for women, obviously. Basically, family pressure or peer pressure, you know, that kind of thing. What would you do in that situation?
Ladies first.
So I would say the right timing is everything. Do you know what I mean? Don't get caught up in, I have to have it now, you know, because of pressure, I must go and... Because if you get caught up in all of that, you're bound to make the wrong decision. Do you see what I mean? And it's all about your happiness at the end of the day, because, you know, these same people who are pressuring you are not going to be there when you make the decision to marry that person, you know, and they're not going to be around in your marriage when you come up against challenges, basically. Just what I mean. So don't feel pressured. Just what I mean. Understand that. Refuse to feel pressured is what I'm going to say. Understand that the right timing is everything when it comes to, you know, your relationship and your future.
No doubt.
This is the rest of your life, like I said earlier.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, timing is everything.
Yeah.
With the right timing, the right person will come along.
Yeah.
All these people that are busy talking, they're just talking wind. And I say this because you know what? They are not going to be there with you once you tie that knot. The night after you tie the knot, they're gone.
They say bye-bye.
Bye. And when you come to them saying, help me out, blah, 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 I didn't tell you to do it. Right. No one's holding a gun to your head. Make the right choices. Wait for the right person. You don't have to rush into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the next one? The next one's similar, actually, to the fourth one. I can't wait any longer. What should I do? And for me, I said, basically, picture in your mind that you have, you know, the husband. You're married. Then what? You know, you have the children that you want after marriage. Then what? Basically, the point is be happy with what you have. Be content now. Don't wait till the next thing, even the car or the house or don't wait. Be happy now, because your happiness is where you are now. That's what your emotional state now is what you're going to take into your marriage. And it's so important that, you know, you're just happy in who you are, basically.
Very important.
Just what I mean. Patience is key right about now, because I'm telling you, when it happens, in its right timing, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah.
No doubt. Can I just add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, once you tie the knot, till death do you part is a mighty long time.
Yeah.
Don't rush. Do not rush. Do not rush. Do not rush. Instead, what you can do is prepare. Shift your focus from, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. Oh my gosh, I can't take it. I'm getting the jitters. Man, just chill out. Do what you need to do. Improve yourself. Enhance yourself. Be the best you. Because, you know, once you tie the knot, you're going to look back and say, boy, in my single years, I did this, I did that, I did that. I achieved this, I achieved that. Because marriage is a different ball game altogether.
Yeah.
It is.
So, what's the last thing?
Number 6.
You said be prepared to let go.
All right.
Of family and friends. You want to explain that?
Yeah.
Be prepared to let go of friends and family once you say I do.
Yes.
So that's like a viewpoint. You wanted to say something there.
Yeah. Right. Check this out. Now, some of you might say, what do you mean let go of my friends and family? My friends and family are everything to me. I hear you. But check this out. The truth of it is this. From the time you actually say, I do, you have formed the republic with your spouse.
Yeah.
Now, as you travel through marriage, you can't take your friends and family. Don't let nobody kill you. If you decide to do that, what's going to happen is you will mash your marriage up. It's up for destruction. It's as simple as that. Because you know what? Your friends and family will give you advice. I'm not saying all. Some, pretty much a lot. That might work against your marital template. Understand this now. The truth of it is this. Your marriage is between you and your partner. You are not marrying your mum, your dad, your brother, or your sister. Let them go. Neither your best friends. Your best friends, they might beef you for a bit, but guess what? It's all right. Man, you let go of it. You're marrying one person. You devote your attention to that person. Leave your friends. Leave them alone. Your friends will understand. They won't get where you're at. Now, when you form union with that person, your spouse, you have your ways of doing stuff that your family and friends might not understand. And it's cool. They don't need to understand it. It's your republic. So guess what? Leave them. I'm not saying cut them off. No. What I'm saying is you hold on to your partner. Build your marriage. Build your relationship. Your relatives and your friends, they will grow to respect what you have. Think of it this way. Your mum and dad, they built their marriage. They built their marriage on a foundation. You were born into that foundation. For those of you that come from wholesome families, I'm not knocking you. That's great. That's fantastic. Now, you met that. So therefore, understand one thing, that, you know what? They must have formed their own relationship or their republic. Based on their set of rules. So therefore, do the same thing with you.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I mean, it's not all meant in any way negative, you know, the whole leaving, you know, your parents and all of that.
No, it's not.
It's just all those relationships with your relatives and extended family, they are definitely needed, you know, but it's just for you to make sure that you put healthy boundaries in place. Do you see what I mean? Put those healthy boundaries in place because it's needed.
It is
needed. You see what I mean? It is needed. So that's it. You know, that's all we wanted to say today. We hope you've been, you know, you've enlightened and that you've received something and that you're going to go away and probably use it, you know. The other thing is, you know, if you've got any like questions or like, if you want us to talk about something, let us know.
Hit us up. You know where to
find us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're here, you know. And until next time, we are saying ta-da for now. Ta-da. Bye.
Peace.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care.
Bye.